Alright, got a bit of a project today. I want to make some tapered tooling for the mill. And what specifically, I'd like to make a shell mill holder for a shell mill that I have. And also I think I'd like to make some straight shank holders. I think I'm going to start with 1/2 inch, I think. And that'll probably be the first one I make, and then we'll figure out the shell mill one. I think the 1/2 inch one will probably be simpler. But I still have to figure out a couple of things in the shell mill. Part of the reason I want to do this is that all the tool holders I have are collet holders, and I don't have a holder for the shell mill that I have. I actually don't have any face mills or shell mills that I can mount to the machine. I don't even have a fly cutter that I can mount to it. Well, I think I have a straight shank fly cutter. I don't know. I'd have to look through my stuff, but regardless, I'd like to use the shell mill. I've got one of these taken apart already that I think we're going to go on the dimensions on that one. And basically we just need to make this taper, and then the threads up here, which these are, if you remember from the drawbar video, these are 13 teeth per inch. I have a tap for that, and so we'll be tapping that. And then also, of course, whatever the business end is for the tool holder. And then also these dogs that get driven on this. And I think that the hardest part here is probably going to be the taper, because I need to really set up the lathe so that it's just absolutely dead on that taper, because this has to match perfectly so that we have very little or no run out, and so that it has a really good, firm, solid connection in there. Most of this will be lathe work, but we will have to do the dogs, and there'll be some other stuff we have to do on the mill, but mostly the dogs for all of them. And the one I'm planning on starting with, we'll have to mill a little slot for the screws for the straight shank. I think I'm gonna make a kind of long straight shank because I have a particular end mill, and I forgot to bring over to the bench with me, but I'll show it to you in a minute. That end mill, it's a double-sided end mill, and it's kind of long, and I have some straight shanks for the mini mill, and I can get it into, I think, one of them, but the other one was too short. And I just like one that affords me the option to use longer tooling with it. So, let's get to it. Alright, the half thou. We've got to get this angle for this taper dialed in. Alright, I'm gonna zero this. Alright, so it's getting closer to us. So, I need to just go a little bit out. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Looks like it's about dead on the money. A little bit more planning has to be done as far as the work that's coming into this. I may have already mentioned this, I'm not certain though, so I'll mention it again. But I'm planning on using some 4140, also known as chromoly. So I thought we'd try something a little bit different today on making this. I've switched to a different tool. I was using that Trigon tool, but I got a new holder in, and this was the one that is living in the new holder, so I figured I'd see if I can break the inserts on this one. So judging by how my bandsaw cut this stuff, we're in for a hell of a ride. Coolant, see if that helps it to break the chip. Jesus Christ. The chips are kind of pretty though. Jesus Christ. You know, I would prefer to not have to keep doing this. All right, hopefully I stop spraying you guys, but I mean, if you've been here for my last couple of videos, or really any of my videos, you know you're gonna keep getting sprayed. You guys agreed to this, you're in the splash zone. Breaking through that surface. It's work hardened. Ooh, Jesus. We're gonna slow down to 800 RPMs. I'm losing so much coolant on my floor right now. Look at this. I need to do something about this. Alright, so here's what I've done. I took that old faceplate that went on the front of the lathe, and well, I just attached it, but on the side there, where it's sticking out now, and hopefully it will act as a coolant shield here. Got some seriously crazy chips here. Look at this. It's actually pretty cool. Get this hole drilled. Oh boy. Alright, take a look at this drill bit real quick. Maybe resharpen it a little. Alright, so I just resharpened this freehand because I don't have a way of not resharpening freehand. And I just realized I'm throwing coolant onto the ceiling. Anyway, so resharpen this and it looks okay. I'm not really great at resharpening drill bits. Yeah, we're gonna lose this drill bit in there if we keep trying this. We need carbide to get through it. You know, actually, I I think that I might be able to regrind this a little bit better. I'm gonna try it one more time. All right, I'm pretty sure I just made this whole situation way worse. Wow, can't believe this actually sort of worked. I think it's only cutting on one of the flutes. Yeah, see how this one's filling up and the other one's not? Yeah, I'm an idiot. Well, the battery died again, but as you can see, I did manage to get this hole drilled. Well, you can't really see in there, but it worked out. The surface finish inside is, well, leaves something to be desired. I actually already went ahead and tried this, our little test fit here, just because, it's drilled to half, so this shouldn't fit, because this is almost exactly half, and the half-inch drill bit I was using was, I think, 30 under, but somehow it does fit. I'm having to reach over this metal thing I put up here as a coolant stop. What the fuck is that? Alright, that's getting way too close for comfort to the chuck. Yeah, it picked up a little bit of it. Yeah, this shit is terrible. Oh, when did we make this? A fucking slinky. That's cool. I'm saving that one. Alright, so I think all we have left really is the taper and that end part, the hole obviously for the threads. So what I want to do first is neck this down to the size that we need for this part. There's holes in the coolant shield for the handles that are on the front of the lathe, and I think we all know how to fix holes. There. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to clean 3 gallons of coolant off my floor. I'm gonna see if I can find every way possible to spray this camera. That's interesting. Again, interesting. Well, this will be going away with the taper, but this pisses me off. I think we're getting close. So I think I'm gonna speed it up to its maximum speed to try and fix this finish. Whoa shit, whoa shit. I was not paying attention. Well, gotta have at least one fuck up every project. This is not like the best way to measure this. Alright, so I think we're right on it. Possibly a little small, which would really suck, because that'd mean this whole thing's fucking scrapped. So there's no really good way actually to test the taper on this until the dogs are cut into it. But I can say that they look about the same. The finish on the actual part that's going to be exposed is nice, so at least when it's in the machine it'll look nice. It really doesn't want to cut that, not that deep. Shit's tough, man. Alright, I've switched end mills to a rougher one that I've actually used for other stuff. Yeah, the end of that one's a little bit, well, fucked up. This one is starting to be fucked up. It just wasn't doing well. It was sparking out, it was having problems. So this is a really tough material, so I'm gonna just try and go with this and see if it does any better. Yeah, this end mill's gonna be fucking done. Alright, you pushed through that one. I was afraid it was gonna fucking weld itself to it. Just out of curiosity, let's try low gear. Yeah. There's no ends left. Alright, so made a few modifications, and those being I added my VFD that I had sitting around and did the, well, I also got coolant working, which is really more what I wanted to do here. I have a video on those you can go watch. I'll put a link down below for you. Jesus Christ, okay. I think I tightened this with a 2-foot ring. Ooh, Jesus. The Amazon man came and gave me something that I think I'm going to try and use. Indexable end mill. Bought some V-blocks specifically for this. Let's get coolant started. That looks disgusting. Alright, that's too much. We're overflowing a little bit. Turn off coolant for a second. Oh shit. What the fuck? Alright. I really can't believe this worked. Or, well, I guess it didn't really work. It just, I don't know. I half-assed my way through it. Alright. So I got the tap wrench figured out. Now I'm running out of cutting oil. Perfect. Well, the battery died and I got a little excited, so I went ahead and installed it. It looks like it fits decently well. Something I do know is that I completely fucked up the dogs on this. Let me just go ahead and get it tightened all the way in here, and then we can measure run out on it. Oh, wow. Wow. All right, so got it down to about 2.5, 3. And the dogs are in not great shape at this point. I did some hand filing. That's all I've done since I last tried. What I want to do is go ahead and see if we can get this in there. It's not wanting to go in. All right, let's do the stupid thing. I'll measure the tool run out. Wow, it's 12 thou. Well, let me turn it on. And as usual, it is required that I do not put the machine in gear first. Honestly looks really nice. You can see the mill marks there, but I mean, it's really not all that bad. I don't know if I go so far as to call this win, but I mean, at least it didn't explode. All right. And right here. Need more of these. So it's well, it's garbage, but it sort of works. So I do intend to use it, and I'll make a better one eventually. This was too long. I mean, maybe it wasn't too long. This one, you could set it about there. And of course, it is dug into that taper a little bit, so you can push it further up. But so since it is dug into that taper, I feel like I could have stopped. Like I could have made this shorter, but that's the nice looking end anyway. So, more of it and looks nicer, right? I really love the way that chromoly has all these different colors that come out of it, but you can see there's some marks on here from the vise holding it and all the other stuff, and the dogs look absolutely terrible. And well, I made a lot of mistakes on this. I'm getting into the more complicated stuff where I actually have to follow dimensions, and I think that the problem really wasn't following dimensions on this. I think the problem was setups, and I just didn't have the correct tools to begin with for the setups on this. I didn't, I don't have the mill completely worked out yet, and so because of that, the quality obviously suffered. But it is what it is. I think that it'll work fine, I think, and that's what's really important here. And just to I guess make it last a little longer or look nicer, I did plan on bluing it. I think I remember, might even be in the taper tooling video that this old Tony did. One of my favorite YouTubers, by the way. I think he mentioned specifically not to go on like Amazon or somewhere and buy blue from like any kind of brand, because they'll charge you like 20 bucks for like an itty bitty bottle. And well, this is one of those times that it looked bigger in the ad. I don't have that much of it, so I don't want to waste it. He didn't do the taper in his, but I have some that are blued on the taper. I don't know why he didn't do the taper. I mean, I guess not to mess with the dimensional accuracy. There's probably something there to that. I'm already kind of getting the taper, so you know what, fuck it. Alright, let's get some oil on it. Just going to use some whey oil. That's what I have laying around. Alright. These are stainless, so I actually don't know if it's going to work or not. Yeah, stainless, I guess, it doesn't work on. I guess I'll give the color something to be offset against. I don't know. Yeah, the ground surfaces come out a lot more black. Wow, it really isn't oily. Huh. I don't know. I mean, it's not awful. At least it doesn't look awful. But we all know the truth. I tried, and it'll do for the moment. But it'll probably piss me off not too long from now, and I'll make another one. But it's my first time making the taper tooling like this, and I'm not gonna say I did well or anything. I mean, I know I did terrible, but I was gonna say that I had a lot of fun with it. And for me, that's what's important about these projects, because I mean, that's why I do this. So very glad that was the right one. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.